All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and welcome back to the channel. Today, look at this, I'm in the house with a Quantum Ursus NL here with me for a maintenance video, but hey, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this fella. This is the latest and cheapest Shirogorov available. It's the Quantum NL inlays wood. Looking pretty good. Frame lock, titanium, Chromax PM. The action is already amazing out of the box, but we're going to try to improve a little bit. So we're going to need a couple of screwdrivers. I like to use these two, so they have already one bit for the pivot, one for the handle. Ready to rock and roll. I'm just going to start with the handle right over here. And the screw is the one of the little ones, so it requires the smallest bit, which is this guy, which is a little bit different than this bit that it's needed, which is just a little bit bigger. For example, that's the F95-0, and you're not going to be able to use this guy right here. So just keep that in mind. One bit is there, and that is the second one. This came off, not a biggie. And this guy comes out. There you go. And the pivot is also out. All right. So just wiggle gently, very, very gently, like so. Very good. And we get to see the inside of this Quantum. Interestingly, the standoff is not keyed in, but it has like a preferred side, of course. Just put it there and just removing the blade. Ooh, look at this, very nice. So, oh, look at that. You see the cage left stayed attached to the tang of the blade, which we are gonna clean up. You can admire right over here, detent ball ramp. That is pretty good. All right, just gonna grab this alcohol swab right over here, and I'm gonna proceed to clean up everything we got here and try to improve the action, which is already pretty good. I mean, not complaining whatsoever on the action out of the box of this Quantum right here, which is an interesting cheap version, let's say, cheaper than the regular Quantum, because it's missing some of the features, like for example the backspacer. It's not here. You get 3 pins and a standoff. You don't get any multi-row bearings. You just do get the single row, as you can see right over here, with the track milled on the scale. You do get internal milling, but it's not as extensive as you would find in a 3 bears, let's say. Here you go. So inside of the scale is clean, stop pin is clean. The pivot socket is also clean. And it's almost like full size weight. These bearings have to come out. So almost full size, full weight, sorry, because very minimal milling, just a little layer has been removed. The inlays appear to be glued, and we are pretty much ready to rock and roll, guys. So let's start from say lock side, which I'm gonna clean a little bit more, like so. Very good. Okay, so that's done. Pivot is gonna go here. I'm gonna grab a couple tweezers. So for this job you don't need Shirogorov tweezers, but they are pretty good to go. So here, actually, let me see. Actually, we're gonna clean the bearings first. So we don't want any of the previous residue for the lube to be interacting or mixing up with the nano oil that I'm gonna use. So when you do this, you see you have loose bearings right there. So just be careful, stay on a mat. Here you have a couple options, but usually I like to either use an alcohol swab like these. So just gathering all these bearings like in a spot like here, and then just like that, basically you clean them like so. They weren't like really dirty. That's the cage, open cage, let's say. And here we go. So that is pretty much done. And here we can go this route. So just place the cage, and let me see which one is gonna be nicer to use. Probably, yeah, these are fine. You see, very well made tweezers. They work very well with the ball bearings. With rollers for the custom division, I like to use both, like two sets of tweezers, because of the nature of those bearings, cylindrical. For me, it's like easier to operate with two tweezers. I'm really curious to see how from factory they are assembling the knives. It would be amazing to see, to have some insights from Shirogorov directly, from the guys assembling. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe I'm doing something that could be optimized. I don't know. This is just me. So I'm gonna try 85 weight nano oil on this set of bearings, a little bit on the detent ball, and blade is in place. So at this point we have a couple options. Usually you can approach this scale right over here or that. It's fine. Look at these two. They were trying to hide. So let's see how this goes. There's no track here, so probably let me see. I can try. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. The other option I was saying is just to approach this scale. You just put the cage here, you put the bearings here, you put the oil here, and then you have to flip it or flip this side. So not a fan of flipping, and except for like using like the flipper tab, but it's kind of risky sometimes. You don't know what's gonna happen. You can just lose the bearings, and yeah, not fun. I don't like to redo things twice, so just try to do it once nicely. Okay, so in this case, see, didn't go in, so just gently you grab it up and you reposition the bearing. So there we are. It wasn't that bad, right? Now I'm just gonna ruin everything. No, that's good. All right, so now we got that in place. I'm just gonna oil it a little bit. 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, just knocked it out. Okay, that is very interesting. So all right, so you see it's a little bit finicky if you do this way, but you just align it and we should be good to go. I didn't touch the pins right over here. I'm just gonna put the back, the standoff, sorry, back there, And we are pretty much good to go. So just sandwich like so the scale. There you go. That is the pivot screw which goes in nicely, keeping everything pressed, not over tightening, just to keep everything in place like so. Here we got, you see, we have to angle the back, the standoff. Maybe yeah, that's interesting. So to do this, let me see if I can just, there you go, just gently, see, orient that. I'm surprised that it wasn't keyed in actually. And here we got the handle screw, like so, and the actual screw right over here. Beautiful. Gonna grab the bit, which is the tiniest one, and just, that's tight. Here we go. Let's check for blade play. All right, guys, so yeah, look at this. Pretty gorgeous action. That is a nice and slow glide shot, which of course you can override with just a little bit of this, but ooh, this thing is smooth. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks a lot for watching. Stay tuned.